Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Louisville and the Derby City Classic and what's becoming a premier event here in the sport of pool. The Bigfoot Challenge, playing on this 5x10 beautiful diamond table. It's a race to 11 with 16 of the greatest players in the entire world. Still round one. This is match 7. Let's meet the players right now. He's the winner of the Ginky Memorial Championship, also 3-time Turning Stone champion, sponsored by Kamui Moose shoes, billiard shoes, and from Glasgow, Scotland. Let's hear it for Jayson, the Eagle Eye Shaw. And our challenger, 8 and 9 ball Canadian champion, also the Derby City Bank Pool champion, top Canadian champion all around. He's sponsored by Tome Tips, Hustlin' USA, Kings of Vapor, and Falcon Q's from Toronto, Canada. Let's hear it for Johnny Morra. We're lagging for the break. Our officiant is Jay Helford. Good luck, guys. We're sending it to the booth.
Welcome, everybody, to the 18th Annual Derby City Classic and ACCUSTATS live coverage. I'm Billy Gibbs, your host, and I'm joined in the booth today by my friend and Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto for commentary. And this match with John Morra and Jayson Shaw has just gotten underway with a lag. What do you think of these two players, Danny?
Well, I'm very familiar with them because I go to Toronto a lot. That's where Johnny Morra is. And I've been associating with Jayson Shaw, great player. They played a match in Akron, and Shaw demolished him.
So do you think that's mentally going to affect Morra?
It might, because Jayson Shaw makes balls, and the tight equipment and the 5x10 are no factor.
You know, I really like Morra's break. He really does have a solid break, and I was watching him break earlier on this table, and he won the lag. So let's see what he comes up with here. This ought to be interesting.
Well, I said it earlier, 5x10, race to 11. I don't think the first break is such a big deal.
Well, what I've noticed, you know, and I'm sitting in front of the computer monitor back there a lot, you know, helping Pat and Chris, and one of the things that I've noticed pretty obvious to me, the break is a speed as much as anything, and when they've got the speed right, and they start breaking well, they make a lot more balls, and they seem to relax more. You know what I mean? It takes the pressure off. I think the break is a big pressure edge on them.
That's all great, but both of them should watch Shane Van Boening break and see whatever he's doing, duplicate it, because Shane makes the second ball in the side 90% of the time. And right now, that's the 5 ball.
Right.
And from here, it could be the 4 ball.
Yep. The 4 or the 5.
Well, it depends where the cue ball is. It's
which
a
side of
little
the
to
line?
the right, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Watch, they go close to the side all the time, or in. There it is.
And there's 4, yes, sir.
There it is.
And the 5. He made the 4 and the 5, Danny.
Yeah. Now, Shane Van Boening has perfected that. That makes him tough to beat.
Well, he got a little bit of a shady lie on the 6 ball there. The 6 snuggled its way up there. I'm not sure how much that's in his line. He may be able to shoot right by that, but I'm looking at the table from above, and it looks like it's a little tight.
What, the ball in front of the cue ball?
Yeah, the 6 ball.
Well, he's going to cut that in.
Yeah,
he's far enough away to cut it in. Stay down this part of the table. You'll have the 1. He'll make this. He's too close to miss it.
Well, you can see it fully. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's going to make it.
That's a little iffy on the 2 ball shape. Would have liked to come over another 8 or 9 inches. What do you think?
No, it's pretty good. You know, you got to pocket balls. This is a table where you better be a shot maker also. Position goes with this shot if you make it. He might run into the 9, but he might draw past the 9, hit the side rail. He'll have the 3, just not miss it. That's it.
Nicely done.
That's what he did. Well, now he can't stroke this ball too well.
And he's stroking it left-handed coming across the table. One more foul here.
Yeah.
It is all ball fouls, right?
Yeah, if he touches that 9 ball with his hand, or if his clothes hit the 6 ball, it's a foul. This is going to be tricky.
He got it, and he got the window.
Yeah, he got it. He's fine. And the thing about this shot, you just have to make it. Position is there automatically.
Absolutely. He'll be playing the 7 in the side, no doubt. He just wants to get a little angle come across the table for the 8.
Yeah, he needs some kind of angle, or he might have to play the 7 in the corner if he doesn't get it.
Not the end of the world, but it is a 10-foot table, right?
It's a diamond 10-foot table, maybe the best table made in the universe.
It's certainly, the best 10-foot table in the universe, right? I don't know of another 10-foot table that plays like one of these.
And it's one-piece slate, which is way different than the old days. But the one piece is just so they can put it all together with, certain timing, because you don't have this ballroom forever.
No, it's really beautiful what Greg's done. I'll elaborate a little bit on that because I remember back in the 80s when Greg told me that he was going to make a table that you could bring in, would play like a gold crown, set it up and tear it down in 3 days, no more, for all the tables in the arena. And I was like, how many tables are you talking about? He goes, well, we could probably do up to 50 like that. And we all just laughed. We said, yeah. And then not 10 years later, the diamond table came along. And then I believe it was 2004 or 5 when they went to the one-piece slate. And, they assemble those things in the factory, bring them in on that dolly, and they can have them pretty much all cleared out of here in a day.
That's what you need to do because, in the old days with 3-piece slates, it would take a month to put all these tables together. They don't have that kind of time, so Greg came with some good creative stuff.
Certainly a blessing to the sport.
Oh, the sport might have been dead without Greg.
Well, Johnny hit a nice shot there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's in danger of taking a 1-0 lead.
Yep, just got to pocket the 10. That big break's paid off. He had the balls open and a shot on the 1, so. And there's that straight shooting you were talking about. Johnny Morra jumps out to a 1-0 lead over Jayson Shaw, and he'll be breaking in the second game.
Well, Johnny loves the game, and he works at it. I mean, he's practicing all the time.
Young man, and that's something a young man can do, isn't it?
Yeah, if you got food to eat.
Got food to eat, yeah. Well, that's practicing, you know what I mean? Finding somebody to buy food for you. Hey, real quick while we're rocking the balls, can you finish that story about the guy getting a little huffy with you?
Well, we can do that later, but...
Yeah, we won't leave you hanging out there
No,
on that one.
he got mad. He didn't like the idea that I said I beat Tino. And he left because he got done work at 2 in the morning. The next day, there's a knock on my room door, and it's Pete Hernandez. He said, I went to the gym. Tino Fortes trains fighters there now. He said, and I told him, the skinny pool player said he beat you. And Tino said, yeah, he knocked me out. The guy loved me from then on. He wouldn't leave me alone. And the reason is, this guy was a burly guy. He fought Tino 4 times and lost.
Great story. Another big break. Kept the cue ball out of the pockets. But I'm afraid all he did was make noise.
You're stealing my lines. But that's okay.
Well, I figured you'd come with the all busting no balls, the Dolly Parton line.
Yeah, that is a good line, too.
You know, I always love that old Picasso saying, great artists borrow, or good artists borrow, great artists steal. Well, Jason's got a heck of a cut here if he tries to go at it like this, but it will get him down on the 2. I don't know what he'll do with it. I think he's still got to play safe on the 2, doesn't he? Might be able to stay above it.
He's shooting the 1 right now. Let's talk about the 1. I think he can hit in front of the side and go 1 rail like that.
Well, he's going 2.
But he snookered himself.
And that was the problem. It's sitting so close to the 9.
But I don't know why he shot that hard.
He was trying to be accurate, and I think he was trying to get to that side rail without
I think
too
he
much.
can hit the 2, but I don't know if he can make it.
He might be better off to go rail first and kick the 2 towards the corner and come back with the cue ball a little bit.
If you're mad at your backer, you could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He can see it enough to make it.
Well, that's why you better look at it a little better.
Well, it's tough for me to see, you know. I mean, the angles are a little fuzzy. How's that for an excuse?
It's weak.
Yeah, well,
But
you get what you
But
get.
you're my friend, and you can't do anything wrong.
Well, here we go. Now the rest of the rack looks pretty routine, doesn't it?
Well, you can't do much from the 5 to the 6, but you don't need to. You can cinch it, because it's an extreme angle.
Well, is he going to come above the side pocket where he's looking at the 5 down here in the corner?
No, he's going to have to kill it and then roll the 5 in, because you can't do much with the 5. It's extreme, but you don't have to do much, because the 6 is right there. Uh-oh. He might be banking this.
Oh, I think he'll cut it in.
No, he won't.
You don't think so?
No, he'll bank this. Well, he's going to cut it in the corner, maybe.
Well, that wasn't too weak. That was a pretty nice shot.
It was perfect.
Now just float forward a little bit. He's on the 7, the 8 right there, and 9 and 10. And he's got a chance to get on the scoreboard. You know, when you watch somebody like Jayson play, you really got to... I don't see how you can't see the improvement in the younger players now. They shoot so much straighter, don't they?
Well, forget shooting straight. They learn pool.
Yep.
Shooting straight doesn't get it. Jayson, a couple years ago, was pretty dumb about pool, but he learned some pool to go with his shot making. So now he's a way better player. He's tough to beat. He could win this tournament.
I agree.
And I'm partial. I like the guy. You know, he's a good guy.
And both those candidates are right in that category, John Morra and Jayson Shaw. And Jayson Shaw steps up and puts his first mark on the board, so it's 1-1. And Johnny Morra just gets to sit and watch Jayson break now. Yeah, John Morra's a great guy, too. I know you know that because you like him so well. But you can't pick favorites. You got a room full of people that are, you know, absolutely great.
I like Johnny Morra because besides being a good player and a gentleman, he's half Italian.
He is half Italian?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
His father's Italian.
Is he? Okay.
Mario Morra.
Yeah, we had dinner. Eddie Colhane, myself, and Mario Morra over at the seafood buffet at the U.S. Open. And Mario was a gentleman, an absolute gentleman.
He's a good player, too.
Absolutely. And he wasn't bashful about the fact that his son plays as well as he does. You know, a very proud father.
Mario Morra was one of Canada's top snooker players.
Well, let's see what Jayson does here.
There goes the ball on the side. That's the second
two balls,
ball.
8 and 9, both in
And
the
look where
sides.
the 1 is.
8 ball, 3 ball, 9 ball. 2 balls a little bit clustered. And a great shot on the 1.
Well, the 1 is close enough to the pocket where I think he can cheat the pocket, shoot the 1 through the left side of the pocket, and he can go along the rail to
The 5 ball, yeah.
No, he's going to go along the rail to get to the 2.
Like that, right?
Like that. And he
Nicely
got
done.
there. That's because he cheated the pocket a little bit. When the ball's close to the pocket, you got a lot of room to cheat the pocket, so you can go anywhere. You got an angle on both sides of the pocket.
And Jason's off to his normal brisk pace there.
Yeah, he plays fast. I like that too.
And the 5 leads nice to the 6. So
last year at Turning Stone, he beat Mika Immonen in 21 minutes. I sat at the bar with Mika. He was moaning about that. Said the guy beat me in 21 minutes. I had no chance. And he can do that. You see how quick he's getting through this rack?
Oh, yeah. Nicely done there, and he's going to put game 2 up on the board. The 3rd rack is just about done. And that's it. 2-1 Jayson Shaw. And Mr. Morra will get to watch the next break, too. That break's devastating. I mean, that's something I've watched Jayson do and spend a lot of time. You know, he was traveling with Van Boning for a while, I think, you know, staying with them at the very least when they got to a tournament. And, you know, he's picked up a lot of tips on the break, I think, you know, being around good company like that. And he's another one that works at it, you know what I mean? Doesn't just keep with what he's got.
He's always got a cue in his hand practicing when he gets the chance.
Anything caught your eye with, you know, the pool this week? Have you had a chance to get out and get around at all? You've been working so much, well,
I'll tell you what caught my eye, a few pretty girls.
Yeah, I know. I said Lori John Ojanowski was here.
Yeah. I'm only kidding about that.
Yeah, Jason's staying in the same spot with a break.
Why not? He made a ball and ran out.
Made several balls, 3 balls. And he's got the 8 and 9.
The 9 in the side.
8 in the side.
So he made a few balls. He's got a shot at the 1.
Got a shot at the 1.
This is not going to take too long either. All the balls are in the open.
Yep, all the balls are open. And they're all fairly well clustered, too. They're in nice position, you know, where they're at. You know, 6, 7, 10. 3 balls down there with him. So he'll have to go down table a little bit for that. Come back up for the 4 and the 5, and should have him on the way.
Well, he's got to cut the 2 thin. He can't go 2 rails because there's balls in the way. But he can cut the 2 thin, maybe with a little bit of right-hand English, go 1 rail to the 3.
Just headed on a path towards the 7 ball, kind of?
Towards the 3. Oh, he went behind the ball.
I meant towards the 7 on the table, just in that direction, 1 rail reversing it off the end rail like you were talking about. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He's in good shape.
Well, he did it. It won't take him long to get this one over.
No, it's pretty much pick up sticks from here, 4 to the 5, and then on to the 6 and the 7, and they're all laying pretty much right in the row. Now, do they say anything? You know, I noticed some of the rules laying here in front of me, and I don't see anything about racking the balls the same way every time on the brack. You know, pattern racking, in other words.
Where to put the balls?
Yeah, the numbers of the balls. The reason for that is they break and go up table, you know, with similar numbers, and you know, if they're apart, you got to run out like this. Some things are very specific about you cannot do that. I don't think they do that here. I think that's one thing that, you know,
I played in Chinese Taipei, and they had the balls in the same order every rack. It wasn't like you put the 2 in the end. You know? Right. All the balls were the same every rack.
And Jayson Shaw does take his 3rd game.
And that didn't take 2 minutes.
No. And he's off to a 3-1 lead.
And all Johnny Morra could do is sit there and wait. But he's faded this before with Jayson, like I said, in Akron.
Right. And you got to think, just from the way you were talking about Akron, that, watching Jayson do that probably brings up some memories, because
Well,
he's seen it before.
You have to forget yesterday. Good champion players do that. You can't live with what he did to you last time. It's another day and another table.
Well, it's another rack, and this will be the 5th rack getting underway right now.
The 8 went inside again.
The 9 went on the other side, and the 3 may go in the corner.
But I don't
So
think
once again,
I think he's got a rail first this time on the 1.
rail first one once again here.
And that'll
But
get him to the 2.
once again, he's made 3 balls. He's got an open shot to get to the 2. If he goes rail first and pockets the 1, he'll come naturally to the 2.
He'll have to do it soft. Because the cue ball's going to get live after it hits the rail and the ball. You got to do this softly.
I agree. I like using a little bit of left-hand spin, though, coming into the 1.
The rail will put the spin on it.
You don't think any spin's necessary?
The rail will put the spin. See, that was the thing.
Hit a little
lively.
hard, didn't he?
Well, he didn't hit it hard, but it went hard.
Right.
But he might have the combination in the side with the 6 ball. Yeah, when you hit the rail, it gets English. The friction of hitting it will get English. Like if you were running along a wall and you hit the wall, you're going to spin.
Right. Yeah, the wall's not going to give much, is it? Well, that might be his first mistake right there.
He didn't make a mistake yet.
Well, no, but you know what I'm driving at. He might not have known what you were talking about or seen it quite that clearly.
Yeah, the ball picks up speed when you hit that rail on an angle. Oh, he's going to shoot this. He's in gear. He's on a roll. Oh, he banked it. That's amazing. He's got a lot of weapons.
And look at this. Came up with a shot on the 4, but not one that's easy to do on a 10-footer. He knows this has got to be hit with a little bit of a firm pace, too.
But I've been bragging about diamond tables. This will roll straight. He'll make it. No, he didn't. I was wrong. He didn't take time on that. He just got down, one-stroked it. Yeah, he's like chatting with the fans.
Yeah, he said that to Jay, but I think he hooked Johnny, with the 7 ball. Looks like the 7's got him pretty good, right?
Oh, he's hooked all right, but why is Johnny going 2 rails? He can go 1 rail.
I think he likes kicking that 4 ball up table and leaving
he'll
the cue
kick
ball.
it up table 1 rail. We'll see.
Going up table with the cue ball. I had the wrong ball.
Yeah, and he sold out.
He did sell out.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just didn't kick 1 rail. Then he would have did what you said. The 4 would have been assured to go upstream. Now he's got to hope that he only loses 1 game from there. Position is automatic if you make, but he didn't.
He missed it, yeah. And Morra's going to have virtually a similar shot. I expect John Morra to make this. I really do.
Well, he better make it or he'll get 3 games behind.
Cold or not.
Well, he's shooting it in the right pocket because that is not going to have any obstructions. Cue ball.
And he made it.
Yeah, that's why he went that direction. The other pocket, he might have run into the 6, the 7, the 10. That was a good shot and a good thought. That's when you improve, when your thinking gets better.
You always remember those sayings from childhood. I always get a kick out of we come up with, hill matches. Where did that come from? It was a war term or whatever. And, this is one of those instances where I want to say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So John Morra may put a few games together here, too, on the back of this.
Well, he's got the chance to, but he's got to get this one first.
Well, he's made 2 real nice shots so far. He came a little far there.
No, he didn't.
Perfect. Yeah,
he
maybe
didn't
perfect.
want to play the combination.
Yeah, maybe
he was
perfect.
trying to get to this. Good idea. The combination could be a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah, that was nicely done.
Yeah.
At any rate, with the pocketing of the 10, it's 3-2, and Morra to break. And let's see if he puts a few racks together here. We're watching some nice play here. In a rack or two, we'll probably have the TPA for you, and we'll get a look at how they're playing. That miss there that Jayson threw out on that last rack.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to miss. If
anything, that was
surprising. He is a good shot maker. But he, one-stroked it also. But he does a lot of that. But don't do it on a long shot.
Well, Morra came through. When it was put to the test, he got out of the chair, made that ball. That was really concise, too. Center of the pocket, well hit. Johnny's not that intimidated if he even does remember it. Maybe you're right. It's completely gone from his mind, Akron.
It's been a few months ago.
Well, that's long enough to forget for sure, huh?
Yeah.
I like this guy's break, man. He breaks the balls nice. He hits the balls a little harder than Jayson does, as a rule. I think Jayson's learned to curb his speed and just hit, the accuracy he wants and pocket those 2 balls like you were saying, the 4 and the 5 in this case. Yeah, that hurt him right there. The 3 ball was heading right towards the 10.
I think he's got a shot on the 1 also.
Yep. Well, Jayson Shaw returns to a very nice table. Table lays pretty nice for him, too. 1 to the 2 and the 2 to the 3. It's the 3 to the 4 that, may be the difficulty in this rack, I see. Need to get up table for the 4. The 5 ball and the 6 ball are still going to be on the table when he has to do that as well.
He'll figure a way to get to the 4.
Jay's making sure that Jayson's clothes aren't touching any balls, meaning the 3 or the 10.
Well, Mark Wilson earlier said something. It's amazing. We're playing fouls on every ball, and no one ever fouls.
Yeah, these are the best players on the planet, best ball movers on the planet. They are aware of it. Jayson tucked in his shirt a little bit, and nice stroke on the 2. I don't know if he got past the 9, though, I'm afraid.
He snookered himself. It's a shame because he had a chance to win an easy game with the 10 ball.
Win an easy game with the 10 ball, exactly right.
Well, he's got to hit this ball, whatever happens.
Oh, boy.
He's jumping?
Yep.
Oh, boy. This might be on the floor.
Curved it and almost made the 10.
Well, Johnny will not almost make it.
Yes, I believe you're right. You think after the next shot it's going to be a tie ball game?
Yeah. Well, I think Jayson should have just made sure he hit the ball instead of being that aggressive. But he's aggressive.
Well, it is a tie ball game.
He's colorful because of that.
Well, after the 6th game, it's 3-3, and Morra's going to be breaking. The players are allowed 1 timeout, 1 5-minute break per rack. And per player. I'm sorry, 1 5-minute break per player. I was thinking of the extensions, the time clock, which is a 40-second shot time clock, and we have 1 extension per rack. So my words double-crossed me there, Danny. That 5-minute break per player is 1 for a match. So there's a possibility of a 10-minute player break total for both players. I don't even think both players have taken a break in one of these matches yet. I think it's 1. They both get to go out, and that's pretty much been it.
I don't think it matters talking about it.
Yeah, well,
It
depends on
hasn't
who's
come up. They
playing.
might not take one.
That's possible
It has
here.
nothing to do with pool.
Well, these guys kind of play pretty fast, too, so that's a good point as well. Seventh rack is underway, and he's missed both balls on the side. The 3 ball's not going in, and looks to me like Jayson Shaw is going to have a shot on the 1. Pretty nice shot at that. Comes across nice for the 2. You see any problems here?
Yeah, you got obstructions if you go behind the 6 ball.
Right.
He went to good path, and he's got it, I think.
Yep, he stopped
6
just
almost
short.
got him.
He's got to come forward here. Get on the 3. Nicely done. The 4 to the 5 looks a little tricky to me. You know, at first he's
doesn't
going
the 3 to the 4 look a little tricky?
3 to the 4 is a big stroke. He's got the big stroke.
Yeah, but you might run into the 8.
Could run into the 8. And you could go right
Oh,
by
he
everything.
got by it. Good,
Very nicely
he's got
done.
a powerful stroke. That was a good position shot.
And I like shooting the 5 down here in the corner. Make it easy. Just go forward with the 4 here. Get a nice shape on the 5 and draw back a little bit for the 6. Play it in the side.
He likes it too. But if he draws back a little, he's going to have a perfect angle to shoot the 6 in the corner
I like that too.
to get to the 7. See, he left this angle because he's going to glance and go to the 7 in that other corner.
Tell me this, Danny. From your standpoint, did the players from, say, your generation, did they have the kind of mechanics as a rule that these young guys have? I mean, look this solid over the table.
Well, my early days, Rome ruled the world, and they didn't play pool.
Yeah, 1957, you were boxing, so you were playing pool in the 60s. I know. Well, Jason's got a nice shot here on the 9. Lead right to the 10. Well, he used all the pocket there.
Well, everybody always asks me, when were the players better, now or then? Well, the top players were about equal, but there were more now than ever. That's the only difference.
Well, you know,
We got more good players.
If I ask you this, the one thing I would say to you is, what difference would this equipment have made to the players when,
A
years
lot.
back,
We got way better equipment here.
Yeah.
From the balls to the cues to the cloth. The equipment is much better.
And it makes a world of difference in the overall performance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Jayson Shaw's got a nice little 1-game lead, but he got the break with that. And that's a big, big advantage for him because he's got the speed down for that break you were talking about, making those 2 balls behind the 1 and the side.
Yeah, I think Johnny's hitting him a little too hard for that shot, but I would bet even money that he makes. Well, where does the cue ball go? Okay.
Same place it's been.
Well, here he's got the 8 inside.
The 8 and the 9, the 2 balls behind the 1.
The
The
9
8 went, the 9 went. The 8 was a little long in the
Well,
pocket,
the only
hit the
problem
front.
is, once again, he got snookered hitting the 1. I don't think he has rail first either.
Well, I'll tell you what. You need to come up with a good safe here.
Well, he's got a good safe.
What do you like?
Well, let me show it. Let me show it.
Go ahead.
You kick here, hit this ball, and knock it that way. I didn't have time to do it right, but that's a one-pocket safe. He hit it, and he got away with it.
Yeah, cut it back in towards the middle diamond is what you were suggesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
You're banking it. You can't make it, but you could hit it, bank it towards the center of the table, and the cue ball's going to go upstream.
Well, he did get a hook here.
Yeah. By the way, a hook's the same as a snooker, folks.
I have 5 6:45 matches that have not started. The first
Unless you're fishing.
the same match to come up here, I can give you a table.
Good hit.
And look at what Johnny Morra returned.
Yep.
Nice little snooker there.
Very tough to hit. This ball's going to be very tough to hit.
Boy, he's going one rail at it, too. How about that?
He doesn't have a big target.
And he hits
That's
a
why,
7,
yeah.
yeah.
He didn't have a big target. He should have figured another way to go. I thought he had a chance to go 3 cushion.
You know, being around all you guys that are, champion players, one of the things that I've heard so many times from the whole lot of you, every one of you, is that when you don't have a good ball to hit, tie a ball up. Pat often emphasizes pocketing a ball, tying a ball up and pocketing a ball. And, Johnny Morra's got a wide open table, so in theory, he should be out here, right?
Definitely. But it's tough to tie a ball up when the guy's going to get ball in hand, but that is better than this because you're dead here. Morrow's going to run out, so tie up a ball and let him work a little more. It depends on the layout also. But it's a good thought.
Well, he's a little bit below the side pocket. Morra's tall enough, he might not have to use the crutch here, but...
Oh, he's fine. And folks, for you people who are amateurs, crutch is another word for the bridge.
This leads nicely to the 6, so no problem here. Let's pocket the 5.
No problem with anything.
No, they all look really good. Hit and stop right here. You want to go all the way down and shoot the 7 in the side, or you want to just shoot it right there in the corner and stop right there?
You could do either way. Best thing to do is get the cue ball to travel less. Better speed, better accuracy. But you could have done it either way.
Well, if you can get straight in on the 8, you pretty much can just float right down to the 10, which he's going to be able to do from the angle he's got perfectly. And that's why I thought shooting it in the side was also a possibility. I like that angle.
Well, this way, the cue ball didn't travel 1.5 feet on the whole
Absolutely.
layout.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big mistake, when Jayson Shaw kicked that one rail.
Yeah.
Let him tie the match up. And we're all even at 4, folks. Morra and Shaw tied.
Race to 7.
I think the rack is working real nice. I've heard some real positive results from the players, real positive comments on that. So,
Well, the thing about the Accu-Rack is same for both players. No one is putting the rack on a guy. That's what they used to talk about. Certain players knew how to rack them to not make your opponent pocket a ball.
right.
But here, you're racking them yourself, and they're the same all the time.
Well, one of the things that, I've heard many players that I know from the area where I'm living now is that, they want to play with a wooden rack because they can stop somebody with that rack. And I'm like, well, that's kind of the whole object. It's to find out how well you play, not to really give you a chance to use the rack to stop somebody's run. And obviously, this is not a guarantee that you make a ball using this rack. You've still got to hit the balls specifically a certain way to do that. So I think it's fair for everybody, like you said, both players, and consistency comes out of it just like it does with the rest of the equipment improvements. Well, the 9th game's underway, and as Danny said, a race to 7. John Morra came up dry on the break, and he's left Jayson Shaw with a good look at the 1, but not a lot he can do with it except bank it.
He's going to play safe.
I like playing safe,
banking it doesn't get you to the 2. He could have hit that a little bit harder.
Been nice if he was down under the 2, wouldn't it?
Yep. But he did what he had to do, and he left distance, and he didn't leave a shot.
And one of the things I found out over the years is, Johnny Morra surprised everybody with his banking a few years back, when he won the bank tournament here.
Yeah. Very impressive winning that.
Played a nice safe there. I think the ball's coming down a little bit. I don't know if it's going to come out far enough he can see it. It looks like it might have.
Well, he's got a pretty good kick anyway. If he could hit the 1, he can bank it.
Well, I'll tell you what, looking at the overhead here, Danny, it looks like he can turn that ball if nothing else. Maybe turn it enough to make it. Well, he's acting like he can just see it.
Yep.
Sure can.
He sure can, is right. Look at the 3.
Yeah. I mean, that might not have been the best position to get to on the 2, huh?
Yeah, here, sometimes you got to just play safe, not to run out. You want to get to the best spot. I think he's got a bank on the 3.
Well, I wonder if he's got a carom of the 5 off the 10 on the side.
No.
You don't like that?
No. If you like your backer, you wouldn't shoot that. He's got a bank on the 3.
Gotcha.
I think. He does.
Yes, he does. Very good call. Jayson Shaw's tempo is so reminiscent of Earl back in the 80s, He really gets around the table quick.
Earl still plays pretty good.
Earl plays real good still, especially for a 55-year-old man.
Why do people want to talk about 55 is old?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it takes your stamina and your concentration away a little bit the older you get.
Well, I don't
it ain't
like to
when
hear
you're 20.
55 being old. I won 4 tournaments after I turned 62.
Believe me, I like hearing that.
Really?
I know.
But I've been an athlete and took care of myself.
You sure have.
Earl does. Earl jogs every day.
Earl's a for-real athlete. I didn't want to get on the Earl subject, but, he gets up and runs 5 miles in the morning, and that's not maybe, folks. It's for real. I've seen him coming back from the run in the hotel several times.
I ran 5 miles every day.
That's very difficult to do. People don't realize how hard that is.
Mostly from the cops. I'm only kidding, folks. I'm not a criminal.
Well, you know what? Jayson Shaw stole the game there, and he's shooting a 921. John Morra shooting a 962. These are very high, very productive games that we're watching.
But could they keep it up to a race to 11?
That's the length of the race really does affect that score quite a bit.
course.
You know, since you told everybody that you're not a criminal, why don't you tell them what your dad told you about never get a tattoo?
No. My father was a good man. He kept telling me year after year, never get a tattoo, never get a tattoo. Then finally I said, Dad, why are you telling me that? He says, because if you get a tattoo, you could never rob a bank. And he meant it.
Oh, man, that's so funny. Let's see what Jayson does with this break. There goes the 8 and the 9.
You see, he's hitting at a little better speed
And
than
the
Johnny.
3.
Johnny thinks you're supposed to power it. You got to play the characteristic of the table. And the characteristic is not to whack that ball. Look at this. He's playing 6 ball now.
6 ball, and look at the predictability of the balls and the lay of them. The 1 ball, the 2 ball. This guy has really got to break down. Now, I would love to see a break stat, you know, because that would give us a real good, you know, explanation of how he's doing.
We're going to see that. In a little while, we're going to see that.
And he got beyond the 5. Nicely done.
He's perfect. Perfect. And you need this angle on the 5 to fall on the 6. 2 rails.
I like that. So just a little bit of draw
He
here.
wants to get just to the middle. You don't need to draw it. The English does it.
Came a little long. No, it's just fine.
It's perfect.
It's absolutely fine.
Perfect. He could stop the ball. Or go 1 rail.
Used a little bit of spin and
Either way, he's
went
fine.
1 rail.
Yep.
Now hit and stop it.
Doesn't take him long.
Sure doesn't. And that was an excellent rack right there. Jayson Shaw made that look easy.
Pat Fleming is the first one to notice that this guy is a champion.
Well, I mean, it's certainly true. And
There's
there's
what you were talking about.
absolutely, call it out. Jayson Shaw's got a perfect 1,000 on the break. Johnny Morra is at 200, so his percentage is very low compared
Well,
to Shaw.
he's got to realize it and take something off the break. He's hitting it too hard for this table.
Now, one thing to notice here, did you notice there were no scratches for either player? Now, that's an accomplishment as well, really. You know, no balls have kissed a ball in, and for Jayson Shaw, that's really important because he's been moving the balls around a lot. I mean, they've been coming back up table a lot. So the cue ball's out of the way. See how he does on this one.
Oh, he got successful with that speed. He'll do it again.
And he stopped right in the middle,
But
made
he
the
made
9.
the ball on the side.
But he got a kick from the 3 ball coming down towards the corner, so,
He doesn't have a shot on the 1.
yep. Whereas where he just pointed, had the cue ball been there, he would have had the 1. Now he's got a little bit of a challenge to figure out whether to push.
Tie a ball up first.
Yep. I think that's the thing here. Tie the ball up and push, right?
Right. Tried to, if there's any possibility.
He's just pushing.
No, he doesn't. Maybe it's not in his mentality right now. Now he's going to kick 1 rail. Or is he going to try to cut the 1 in? It looks like he's got a shot at the 1 from there. Very thin hit.
Very thin hit.
But he likes this kind of thing.
I just might give this back, and he's giving it back to Jayson Shaw. Jayson Shaw gets to try his.
Well, he knew that was happening.
And Shaw played safe, which was
Good
the right
one.
shot.
A very good one, too. He snookered Johnny fair and square.
Well, you know, and that fair and square part is a good call because Johnny had every opportunity to play that same safe, didn't he?
I know it, and he is from Toronto where they play snooker. That's a snooker safe. He's going to hit the ball, but I don't know if it's going to help him. He hit it.
He certainly did.
I think he sold out.
He left a shot, but it's not an easy one. This is a difficult shot.
Well, the whole thing about it is position goes with it if you make it.
Yeah, I like that. You know, providing you don't scratch, too. You know, that's a possibility here as well,
where
right?
do you think he's going to scratch?
Could scratch past the 7, going in between the 3 and the 7 if he adjusts this ball at all. He's asking for it to be clean, so Jay's going to pick that up and clean the ball.
I think he's going wide of what you're saying. He's going to go to the 2.
So you think he'll come to the side rail, the long side rail here, and he will spin off that side rail and come up, or you think he's going to go back and forth and come up for the 2 and go underneath the 7, in other words?
He's going in between the 7 and 3.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was talking about. You just think he'll go wide of the pocket, he'll come above the side pocket?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
All right. Now, this has got a lot to do with speed, folks. Came underneath the 7 and went back and forth.
He missed the side pocket at any rate.
He did, and that was the alternative. That was a good shot.
Yeah,
He makes this. Let's see how fast he goes across the rack. Pace will pick
He
up
made
right
it.
here.
Nothing easy about that shot, but
No.
he did it. Now, can he draw the ball and see where he's hitting? He's
I
going to
did.
take the cut on the 4. He's not going to get real good on the 4, but he'll take the cut.
And he missed the
He
3.
missed the 3. That was another one where he one-stroked it and then pushed. Well, Johnny, take advantage of that. You're 2 games behind.
How do you like playing this one, Danny? This is a complicated shot. Cut this all the way across in the corner. You know, as we look at the screen, the lower left-hand
No,
corner.
I think you play it, to the left corner, and you're going to have no obstructions.
Just go up table with a
Well,
cue.
he's not going to play it. He's going to play safe. That's
Yeah,
not a bad idea also.
That was the alternative, and that's what I was curious about. I believe he got there.
He did, but it's going to be an easy hit. I don't know what he's aiming at.
I wonder if he's looking at sending the 3 up towards the corner pocket and the cue ball back down table towards the...
He might make the 10.
Yeah, there it is right there.
He had a chance to billiard the 10 in off that. He got a little fortunate. He snookered him.
Yep. I like that shot. That was a good shot.
It was. You see how close he came to hitting the 10?
He did come very close, but that was in the shot. I mean, he had to do it. He could have scratched, too, if he would have hit that a little differently as well. Cue ball was heading towards that, corner. Morra's going to go rail first.
Yeah, he'll hit it. I don't know how good it's going to turn out for him.
Well, he got it all the way down table, and I think he got the 2 and the 7 and the 10 in between the 2 of them.
Yeah, he got him. But we're going to see a kick hit again.
Nice little safety battle here from these 2 gentlemen.
Yeah.
Boy, John Morris shooting 962. How strong is that?
And he's losing.
And he's losing. No kidding, but he's shooting it. Losing by 2 games, so it's not like he's totally out
He
of it.
made it. Look at this shot.
Boy, he did. And look at he's going to hit the 4, too.
Yeah, but he's not going to get position. That was a great shot.
Really was.
He's going to bank it 2 rails safe.
And just,
He tried to go behind the 8. He didn't quite get him, but
I think he
shot
got
the
him.
4. Yeah, but it would have been way bigger if he got him with the 8.
Yeah, that was the right call on your part. I totally agree, and I think that's what he was trying to do. I agree with you.
Johnny's looking to see if he could fan the 4.
Getting him with a 7 was a good way to, and the cue ball's on the rubber. I mean, literally on the rubber. So, I mean, this is not an easy ball to cue or to hit accurately.
He started to cut the 4, but now he decided to kick it.
I think this assures the hit more. Boy, Morra hit that good. Look at this. Wow.
He's got a shot on the 5 also, but I think he'll run into the 8.
I think he may have to go past the edge of the 10 a little bit. He's bending down and squinting, taking a good look, but I'm telling you what, it's close.
He shook his head no.
He's got his break cue, which probably has
He's
a
gonna
phenolic
jump.
tip. Jay, he looked at Jay and said, is this legal? And Jay nodded his head yes. You're allowed to use your break cue to jump with. It's a full-length cue, not a jump cue, which is illegal here. Just got to go over the edge. Nicely done.
Did he make it the second time?
Boy, I'm
Nope.
telling you what, he would have had to get the 4-railer to make it that second time. And he's left Jayson a shot. A shot that leads to the 6, too. So Jason's got a chance here.
It's not an easy shot, but this is a straight shooting guy. I think he'll fire this in.
There it is. Good call. Position on the 7 looks a little tricky.
Does. It looks like if he goes forward 1 rail, the 8 is in the way. He might have to go draw the ball to the side rail and go 2 rails. Or shoot it in the corner.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. He's a straight shooter.
He is a straight shooter, isn't he?
Yep.
Missed that, almost. Man, did you see that ball pinch into the rail a little bit? I thought that was a miss.
Yeah. It never was in doubt. It went right in. Another good shot, and he's going to get a good break with the 10.
Boy, he did, didn't he?
Now
Played
he's
right there.
going to be at 7.
Nicely done. And so Shaw moves 7-4, a 917 TPA. And again, John Morra's no slouch, 963 on the TPA, 3 games down. But obviously, quite obviously, playing very, very well. These are high scores. Boy, the matches have just gotten better all day long today. The afternoon matches have had, the highest TPAs of anybody.
And the next match is going to be really good.
Boy, howdy.
Moscone Cup players.
And the captain of the Moscone Cup will be in here commenting on 2 of his young
That's why-
players.
Look at that. Morra made 1 error, and that's why he's shooting so much higher TPA and losing. But Shaw pocketed way more balls.
Well, you know what? If while we're doing this, is there any chance we'd see the break TPA again? Because I think that's pretty descriptive. Morra was at 200 the last time we looked at it, and Shaw was at 1,000. And that might be the difference in the games. Jayson made the 8 in the side again.
And the 4.
And the 3 ball.
He's making multiple balls on the break.
Yeah, this guy's punishing you on the break, isn't he?
Yep.
And he's got a nice shot on the 1. Just back cut it into the corner. He'll go to the long side rail, adjacent long side rail, and come
1
down for
rail.
the 2.
1 rail, perfect.
That's just what he did. Went 2 rails, but that's fine. And now back up table for the 5.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, I'm telling you what, once he's beyond the 5, everything lays there now. Pocket 5 come down table. You got the 6 and the 7 both right there, the 9 and the 10. So just get a nice straight in shot here on the 6 in the corner, which he's done.
Yeah, he's got perfect.
It's no wonder he got the nickname Eagle Eye. Beautifully done. Very nicely done there. And he'll be shooting this in. The 12th game goes to Jayson Shaw. It's now 8-4, Jayson Shaw in the lead. However, as we mentioned earlier, John Morra is playing an excellent game
Yeah.
with a 963
Yeah, he's
TPA,
playing
and
it.
he's losing.
He's playing an excellent game. He's going to sleep in the street.
And he's going to sleep in the street, no doubt. But you know what? That break statistic is really big, Danny. That's a huge difference. This guy's making 3 balls on the break. John Morra, isn't making anything.
Listen, I don't want the people to leave and change the channel. The match's not over yet.
No, absolutely not.
And
but
don't forget, Shaw is shooting 926. That's not too bad either.
No, it's great. It's the highest TPA that,
If it
yesterday there wasn't
way,
a 926, for example. This is the second day, and, the higher numbers have come out today. The guys are playing, and it's really enjoyable to watch this good pool. It's the 13th game. And Shaw's put on a nice break, made the 9 in the side again.
That's the second ball.
And
look, the 1 is there again, every rack.
And
that's why he played real good in another tournament. He played position for the 1.
Right.
And he's doing that.
Yep.
Now, position to the 2 is going to be a little tricky. See,
position to the 2 is tricky, and he didn't make the 3 this time, so he's got to stay down there for both those balls. Come back up table for the 4 ball.
See where he pointed?
Mm-hmm.
That's where he went. Now he's going to go 2 rails to the 3 in the left-hand corner.
He needs a little bit of spin here, doesn't he?
Well, he's going to have the angle to spin.
And he got it. Nicely done.
Yeah, 4 to the 5.
I like drawing back here. He's going forward. He just stopped, same as. Must have a pretty good... He does have a little bit of angle coming in here. He'll follow this to the end rail and come back up.
Yeah.
Now he's got to play it something on a 6 here. And he did.
He did that, yeah.
Got it in the side. How about that? That was a nice stroke, wasn't it?
Great stroke. He draws the ball without shooting hard. That's how powerful his stroke is. Well, it seems like all the left-handers that I knew through history, they all had powerful strokes, like Meserak and the guy in San Diego that's not longer with us. The only one I know is Junior Goff, left-handed, but he didn't have a powerful stroke.
Well, Meserak sure did. That was a good one to bring up.
Right.
Very nicely done, Jayson Shaw. And that puts Jayson at 9. So he's 2 games away from taking this set. And John Morra has made 1 mistake other than the break.
What's he shooting, 933?
Well, Morra's shooting 963. And Shaw is shooting 933. You're absolutely right.
Morra might have the record for the highest TPA that lost.
Yeah, it's possible. It doesn't happen every day, but in an instance like this, this match has gone this way, and it's obviously the break that's doing it. Both players are playing way above normal and at a world-class speed, and, it's just been in the pocketing of the balls in the break. Let's see how Jayson does here with the 8 and the 9 in the side pockets.
One of them will go.
Well, this is the 14th game.
Nothing went. Here we go.
3 ball.
3, and he's got the 1. Look at the position. He plays position for the 1 in that pocket. He did that in another tournament.
The Akron tournament that John Morra forgot about.
No, that wasn't a tournament. That was a match.
Gotcha. Well, that was nicely done. He's going to take a little longer shot, but he assured himself of being able to see the ball that way.
And position is automatic if he hits the 8.
Yeah, he did hit the 8.
I don't think he played it hit the 8, but if he didn't, the cue ball would have been on the end rail.
Cue ball would have been, it might have come off the end rail and come up high enough to make that, but this worked out better.
So he wasn't worried about anywhere the cue ball stopped except snookering himself.
That worked out better. Pocket the 5, get back for the 6. And put the 6 away, and it might be good night.
Well, he can get on the hill right now. He's a straight shooter, and he doesn't take long. I like that.
I'm telling you, he
I
does
think
not
that's
take long
best
at all.
for the game.
You know, I'm not so sure that, the speed that he plays at is something you can develop. I think that's something that comes naturally. This kid's got such good eyes. Nicely done there.
Well, Lou Butera played fast, but I thought he played fast just so he didn't have to think and dog it.
Right.
He played so fast that one game he made the 9 and the 7 hung.
Look at this, man. Oh, it's beautiful. Jayson Shaw reaches the hill first at 10-4.
And the people love it.
Don't miss this, folks. Take a look at that TPA. 939 for Shaw, which is very high. And even higher and losing is John Morra at 963. That's quite a tail. These guys are truly playing phenomenally well. I like that fast pace that
Johnny
Jayson Shaw's got too.
Laughing because it seems like when he plays Jason Hall, he gets kills. Jason Hall is a killer.
Well, Shaw's kind of been around for a while now. And when he first came out, he hit everything so hard that, I didn't think he'd win until he mixed his speeds up.
I didn't like his thinking, but he's thinking now.
Oh, yeah. And he's mixing his speeds up a lot on his shots, too.
Here we go. 8 or 9 inside.
Well, there goes a 9 ball.
Yep, every time.
8 and 9 and 3.
He can cut the 1 in. He's going to lose the cue ball a little bit.
Would you be opposed to going all the way around the table here? Cut the 1 in.
I'm opposed to him shooting at the 1. I think he's supposed to play
safe. You like that?
Yeah, he's got the game in hand in the match. Don't give the guy any chance.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, and he's listening. He's
He
going
is
to freeze him
absolutely
on the
listening.
2. No, he isn't. He left the 1.
He did leave the 1.
But I like the thinking. He wasn't going to shoot like a crazy shot. He was thinking safe. Well, Johnny, I got a feeling that this is your last chance.
Nicely done.
He snuck it himself.
It
Oh, no, he didn't.
it may come up
He
far
got
enough.
there. He got there.
And now he's playing with the 6 balls on the table, so it's likely this rack's over. Morra will be back at the table breaking.
Well, it's supposed to be. And Johnny loves the game, and right now he's just thinking game by game, get out when you get a chance. You can't think of you need 7. You got to play the games one at a time.
Well, the thought of needing 7 ought to come to your forefront when you're, done with this game and ready to break for the next.
That's only a touchdown and an extra point.
Different sport.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were playing football. It's football season.
It's football season, it is, and the playoffs are on.
Yep.
Well, that's nicely done. Slows up a little bit, maybe.
Not so nicely here.
No, that went a little farther than I thought it was going to.
This
I thought
shot
that looked
is
a little better.
missable.
I don't think he'll miss it. I think he's got a little bit more with drawing the ball over to the side rail and coming across the table, but he isn't even playing it that way.
This is a tougher shot
He's back
when the
cutting
other
it.
guy's on the hill.
Oh, yeah. He's back cutting this and going around. Wow. Nice lead done.
Very good, very good.
Look at the speed on that, Danny.
Especially when you're getting killed in the match and the other guy's on the hill. That's a much better shot.
You know what? That 962 is earned, or 963. It's earned. He's now at 969 after pocketing those balls. And he's about to go to 5, so it'll be 10-5 with Morra breaking. Not taking any chances. He's putting his extension
No,
in to
that
shoot
means
this.
he hasn't given up. Yeah, that's how much he loves the game. He thinks he's still got a chance, and he does.
When you're a world champion like this guy, I mean, he's not a world champion, but he's certainly a world-class player. And when you say world champion, you're just inferring that. You know, the guy's got a shot. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he's only got to win 6 more in a row.
Well, I mean, you know, would you like to bet against, you know, that break of Jayson Shaw's? Because, I mean, that's what you're really talking about.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him pocketing balls and running out.
They're both doing that extremely well, obviously.
Look, 971.
Yeah, it's growing. It's getting better. Yeah, this is a heck of a match. Pat
He's
has got
not
to
done
be really
yet.
happy
He
with this.
just got to play one game at a time.
Well, the big things right now, what's coming up, he's got to break these balls. I swear this is the truth. You know, I would rack the balls the way Jayson Shaw was racking the balls, and I hit them at the same speed. I would definitely not try to power this rack because it's obvious that hitting the balls a little softer like that, he's hitting them square, he's hitting them hard, but he's hitting them
Okay, let's
very
see.
controlled.
Let's see if Johnny learned anything from the break.
Let's see that break statistic if we can. Let's take another look at that. There it is. And that tells the whole story, you know?
Well, I hope Johnny learns something now and takes something off the break, because if he whacks him hard again, he didn't learn anything.
I mean, this guy's playing phenomenal. But he's just not breaking at the same rate that Jayson Shaw is. Let's see what he gets here. The 4 and the 5 is what we're watching for on the side. 5 balls going. Oh, short. 3 ball is short.
He made the 6. And, oh yeah, he made the 6.
He's got a shot.
He's got rail first shot. You know, he's just got to play one game at a time. He's not dead yet.
No, and he gets to use the shooting prowess that he's shown us so far, too, because he gets to work in this rack. Getting to the 2 from the 1 will happen, but it's a little bit challenging. He's going to go rail first, I believe, or maybe he can see it. Yeah, you can rail first. Coming underneath of it.
He's going to get perfect.
Got straight in. That was a very nice hit.
He's got an angle now to go to the 3.
Well, I'm telling you what, when you watch a guy shoot like this, that was beautiful. Rail first.
Going forward 1 rail. Second rail doesn't count.
Yeah, especially if you're counting, huh? Well, the 3 ball to the 4 ball lays pretty good. 2 rails here, come in between the 8 and 9. What do you think?
No, I think you can go 1 rail, but let's see what he decides. 1 rail with a little left-hand English, you'll be fine.
I think he's using running English.
Well, let's see. You can probably do it both ways.
Yep,
And
that's
he
running
did
English.
it that way.
Didn't come far enough, though.
Right. Well, he's got a cut on it, but then position gets tough.
Well, you're leaning over that big box, man. I mean, that's a lot of table to hook you. And he's got to do something with the cue ball if he makes the 4, too. He's got to play safe here. Even though he's down, this is the right
He's
shot.
playing safe. It's going to be a good shot.
Nice speed. Look at the speed on that 4. Just walked right up there. I can't tell. I mean, he might be able to see the edge of that. It's not real clear to me. I mean, he may have the ability to see the edge. He's going back for his jump cue, his break cue, which he uses to jump with. So it's not a jump cue, it is a break cue. But he'll use this to jump with because of phenolic tip. Question is, does he make the ball here or does he just play safe here?
He better hit it. That's right. Now he's happy to hit it.
I think he'll hit it.
Oh, it hit the back of the pocket, I think, and jumped out.
I think he hit the point. I think he hit the point.
Yeah, it looked like it hit right in the back of the pocket. I don't know, but
yeah.
I can't see good on a 10-foot table.
No kidding. That's a big distance, isn't it?
This ball passes.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to do, is shoot it past, too.
Yep. He missed it.
Oh, boy, he wasn't even close.
But he didn't sell out.
No, he sure didn't. But Shaw can play a rail first shot.
He's going to hit it, of course. He might even make it.
This is possible.
Oh, this is a shot again. He can, yeah, see it? That's the shot
Much
I called
better.
last time.
Yep, that was hit much better. He'll get behind the 10 possibly, too. Didn't make it all the way. Left a shot. But I agree with you. That's a really good shot.
Well, now Johnny has the same shot he shot a little while ago. Bank the 4, perpendicular towards where you are now, and at least speed. Oh, he looked up at the board.
Boy, look at that.
No, he looked up at the board and saw that he won the bank pool tournament, and now he banked it. I'm kidding, folks.
Got me looking at the board. I know he didn't win it last year.
But he won it.
He did win it. He sure did. Beat Shane Van Boning, too. Well, it's 9 on the side? Oh, my goodness.
Well, what do you do here?
Well, Morra's got a shot. I mean, he can make the 4. I mean, I think he's got to shoot.
I don't quite think so right now.
You think he can play safe here?
He can bank the 4 perpendicular again and go forward. You know, this is a tough shot and tough position.
It is. The position will fall out of this shot. If he makes the ball, he'll be on the 5. I don't think he'll get hooked by the 7.
Oh, he made it. What a great shot.
And he's got shot on the 5.
That's a great shot.
Yeah,
Especially with the guy needing one game. He's on the hill. He might have to shoot this in the corner.
I like shooting at the corner better than I do the side. I really do.
Well, automatic position.
Yep.
That's why, he's shooting it in the side.
And stopped on the 8. That was okay.
I knew I was wrong when you agreed.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure that you were wrong. I think that the corner was a good way to play that ball.
Well, look, he got position. There's nothing he did wrong.
No, he stopped nicely on the 8. He used the 8 as a backstop, and it worked great.
See, one at a time, he can get back in this match. He'll need 4 games now.
Right. We're back to another one of those colloquial sayings. More than one way to skin a cat. That's how you look at that shot.
I'm still working on colloquial.
That means regional, basically. A region of the country. Something they say when you live somewhere is like that. Well, just slide off the 9 here and be straight in on the 10.
Perfect. No problem.
Nicely done. And he's got your favorite shot, Danny.
It's one of them. I usually make this.
And he made it too. So it's 10-6. And John Morra's hooked by 4. Needs 5 to win. But he's on the plus side of half. It's 6. He only needs 5 to get it done. That TPA dropped a little bit, that rack, though. 915 now, from 963 to 915. You know, that's a great tool because you get a lot of really valuable, shot evaluations in a rack of balls. And that number indicates a whole lot of stuff. How well the guy is kicking, pocketing, is he playing positional errors? So many things.
Jonathan DeMett, table 42. Jonathan DeMett, table 42. You're on the clock.
Well, let's see if he went to school on that last break-in. He got very fortunate that he made a ball at the pace that he broke at. And Jayson Shaw has certainly, left him a fine example of how to hit the balls. Let's see if he hits them the same.
Shane Winters, table 17. Shane Winters, table 17. You're on the clock.
And he powered
Made
him,
the
made a
ball on the
ball.
side,
Sure did.
but he doesn't have a good shot on the one.
No, the cue ball came forward that time a little bit. He powered it a little bit, but he hit him different. Hit him a little bit, more above center.
Well, I think he could just bank at this because he'll have position on the 2.
So play the straight back.
Yeah, you need games. Send a message here. You don't want to lose with a phony safe. Well,
He was listening.
good control.
Good control of the cue ball. Got it right there behind the 6. Nicely done, John Morra. Well, Jason's got a decision to make.
Yeah, I'll hit the ball.
Well, I mean, he's going to the end rail. I didn't mind going to the side rail here.
Oh, this is a better shot, but he missed it
Totally missed
by a
it.
mile. Okay, Johnny, you can get one more game closer.
Well, if you can Z-stroke that ball, long side rail, and then into the 1, you got a chance of making it. That's a pretty big ball, the 1 ball sitting there.
16. Jim Fulcher to table 16. You're on the clock.
Well, he's given John Morra an excellent opportunity here. And Morra's got it down there nice, too.
He hasn't given him anything. Johnny's earning it.
Johnny certainly earned it. I agree. But that last kick shot kind of, was a
he
giveaway.
didn't come close. That's the bad part.
Need some control right here getting on the 3.
Oh, he's perfect. He's perfect. A little below center, and you got it.
There it is.
Yeah, he's got a good chance to win this game and get within 4.
Well, I think he's got a real good opportunity with the 3 and 4 here. Nicely done. That was beautiful. He had the angle there to bump the 4 a little bit and get it out there where he had a good shot on it, too. So now the 6 lays really well for him.
Yeah, he figures to get out.
Nice angle there. Come across the table for the 7. It looks like the only tough thing is 7 to the 8, what's left on the table, right?
No, there's no problem with that.
Well, I'm just saying out of the shots that are left, that should be the only thing that's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, it comes down to the break, I'm afraid. Morra's back up to 923. That's a wonderful shot right there.
Yeah, he's perfect. He's going to bounce off the rail and have good cue ball to hit. Oh, he didn't need to hit a rail.
Hit that very nice. You're setting up your favorite shot, Danny.
Yep.
Game 17 goes to John Morra, so it's 10-7. And Jayson Shaw is still in the lead, but John Morra is at the table breaking. We saw a little more performance here from Morra's break. I'd have to say you can't count him out, even though Shaw's on the hill. And you really can't count him out, you know, because it could come at any minute. He hit that break a little different, and he got good results. One ball's all it takes.
Well, Shaw is a little worried right now. And you got to be, because this guy is breaking and running out. He only needs 4 more games. Look what Okola did the other day.
Well, it happened 3 times yesterday. You know, Orcola and Beata. Chinahob was ahead 7-1. And, you know, over Corteza, and Corteza came back and won. And then, of course, Paguline was losing as well, you know, so Alex was losing. Alex came back and won.
See with the guy with the beard next to there?
Mm-hmm.
I told him he needs a shave. He was a good sport.
Well, the 4 and the 5 again are the balls behind the 1. And the 5's moving towards the pocket, but came up short.
And again, he doesn't have a good shot.
Not a good shot on the 1. But I'm not opposed to the bank here.
I'm not either, because you're going to get position on the 2. And he could see it real well, and he is a good banker. I got to shoot here.
Being behind, you really would think that would be the right choice, wouldn't you? The
Right.
safety's not that easy here, really. I mean, you can get a safe, but you have to work at it.
But he sees this ball real good. I think he's supposed to shoot.
I agree with you.
Position is there, and you don't have to sell out. You know, looks like those 4 balls can get him.
Played it safe, made that real fine cut. What a nice hit that was.
Yeah, well, that could change life here. He might wish he had that shot back.
You know, Shaw is over top the 9 ball, so it's not going to be an easy shot for him either way.
Well, I'm sure he's going to hit it.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm not sure he's going to do anything really disastrous to him. He might, though. I mean, the kid's got a powerful stroke, this Jayson Shaw does.
Well, power is not going to do anything here.
You like hitting the ball easy here.
No, but I don't think power is a factor here.
Well, it might be if you're trying to get the ball down table. He shot it for the pocket.
I don't blame him. Morra has a chance to win another game here.
He does. Tough shot on a 10-footer, but, you know, this guy's a champion. He'll hit the ball straight. Does my heart a lot of good to call John Morra a champion, and he is that, you know. The bank's champion for sure, and play like this, You got to take your hats off to a guy that does this.
He missed.
Overcut it.
He missed.
I think he got him with a hook, though.
He did.
Shaw maybe will see an edge of it. I can't really say that he can. Looks
Well,
like the 8-ball's pretty much in front of it.
Well, he could at least kick it. Oh, he cut it, but he sold it out.
He sure did. You know, looking at the overhead, what do you think of the 310 there? You got any ideas for that?
Well, let's see if he makes the 1 and 2.
I think he's going to get to the 2.
He might have a billiard
Yeah,
up to 3.
that's a
to
thought.
The 10.
That's a thought. Got him.
Oh, he's all right.
No, he got there. He got on the 2 nicely. But he really needs to take a good look at that 3-ball now.
I think he's got a billiards 310. But he has to get where the 8 is. Of course, you're betting the game and the match on the billiard, and it's not reliable.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, he was eyeing up that 310 cross side.
Oh, you're mistaken.
Yeah, I hope I am.
Yeah, he's not thinking of that.
Nicely struck.
Well, the 3 must pass.
Yeah, it looks like that from what he's doing.
Yeah?
Sure doesn't look like it on our overhead here.
Yeah, but it
You know,
must.
in the booth.
It passes.
It has to.
But how do you get to the 5 now?
Very nicely done. Got both ends of it accomplished. Made the ball and got shape on the 5. Wow.
Automatic position to the 6.
This is a tough shot, but I mean, he did get position. I mean, he's got a good chance at making it for sure. This will lead directly to the 6. I think once he gets to the 7, you know, the 6 and the 7, providing the shape's good on the 6, he's well in hand to, you know, come up another game, 10-8. See if he can do this. This is a big shot.
Oh, he didn't get there. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think it was going to roll out. 7's a little tough from here, but, you know, he's got the 6. He just has to take what he's going to get on the 7. He's struggling a little bit with these shots. These are tough shots.
Well, he's got to spin left to the left.
I like that.
Yeah,
Go to the
hit it
rail and
low
turn
with
it.
left, and that'll give you a better shot on the 6. I don't think he's going to miss.
He did miss.
Yeah, he did.
Boy, that one hurt.
It's all that English.
Yep, that was
Caused him to
exactly what.
miss.
Yep, you're right.
Well, this ball's right on the rail. Jayson doesn't like it. I think you can double kiss this in.
Now, how do you like shooting this for the double kiss, Danny?
Just cut it a hair so that you get the second kiss. He's going to do that. Cut it just a hair. Oh, he cut it in.
Yeah.
I didn't think he could do that. Well, he made the facial thing that he wasn't happy about it, but it looks like he's going to get out now.
Yeah, he spun that ball a little bit. He's very, very talented. Hit that over
Where you
hard.
going?
Better hit the 8.
It did, and he got lucky.
Yeah.
He hit it, and it didn't affect anything.
Yeah.
He can go one rail now to the 9 once he gets straight in on the 9.
He's got it.
It's over. Johnny made a good charge there.
He did. But not enough to overcome this gentleman's break. Well, that's the match right there. Jayson Shaw, our winner, and Johnny Morra coming up second, 11-7. Danny, what did you think of that?
Well, Johnny got too far behind by Shaw's plane, and he made a good charge at it, but he missed that last shot. He could have run out that way, and then, like you said, it would have been 10-8. But anyway, Morra's doing this for the backer.
Well, stay tuned. We've got a great match for you coming up, and we're going to close out for now. Bill Gibbs and my friend Danny Diliberto, thank you so much for joining us, and we got another great one coming right on the back of this. See you soon.